Yeah. Yes, sir.
Right now, better than I ever been. Like running on adrenaline, attacking when I'm rapping. I'm detaching like a severed limb. Passion in my heart is overtaking me like venom. In competition choking, spoonfuls of cinnamon. Fools just wasting breath. 2 pulls to the left. Brain cells put to death, keeping us ignorant. But nah, I ain't buying what you selling me. Might as well be deaf, cause I ain't hearing what you telling me. Check it, selling me a lifestyle reckless. Reality show life with no consequences. Selling happy endings, that's a different kind of massage or message. You get it? The mirage has been deaded. I've been reinvented, not swayed by your commercials. Cause I ain't even trying to fit into all your circles. Being popular will hurt you. It looks appetizing on the main course, but in the end, everyone deserts you. Hey yo, my actions got a price tag. Hey yo, my actions got a price tag. Hey yo, my actions got a price tag. Hey yo, my actions got a price tag.
Yo, what you buying cause they sellin'? You paying with your life. Yo, what you buying cause they sellin'? Could you name that price? Yo, what you buying cause they sellin'? You paying with your life. Yo, what you buying cause they sellin'? Could you name that price? Hey yo, my actions got a price. No cheaper than what you see though. The problem is we see one part and not the sequel. What happened when them lies unfold and we reap what we sow? That's why I sit up under the sun like a Guido. Storylines exposed and lifestyles they show in pictures and videos are only halfway told. We'll play it in real time and see the chaos behind them actions. World stars show you how that goes. Yo, I ain't buying what you selling. I'm focused on the mission and I keep it locked in like a 3-time felon. I'd rather pay attention. Life is too precious to sell it to any gimmicks. Won't pay for them consequences. Or you just wanna party, get barbecue saucy. Leave with a short tee, that's why your shirt is too small. See you buying into lies, camouflaged and devised. Hypnotized by the glamour, but you fail to realize. Yo, my actions got a price tag. Hey, yo, my actions got a price tag. Hey, yo, my actions got a price tag. Hey, yo, my actions got a price tag. Yo, what you buying cause they sellin'? You paying with your life. Yo, what you buying cause they sellin'? Could you name that price? Yo, what you buying cause they sellin'? You paying with your life. Yo, what you buying cause they sellin'? Could you name that price?
Radio on RapFestRadio.com. We're not number one. God is. We may not be the best, but our purpose is to lead you to the best. Jesus Christ. www.rapfestradio.com. Old school to new school. Classics to exclusives. Gospel hip-hop music and videos. Live video interviews Monday nights at 8 p.m. Monday nights at 8 p.m. Watch. Learn. Love. Support. RapFest Radio on RapFestRadio.com. RapFestRadio.com. RapFestRadio.com.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We are here live, Rapfest Radio, RapFestRadio.com. Just finished listening to a song by Logos, Rhema. I was really talking about the song is called Price Tag. We are here live. Welcome. We hope you stay with us throughout the night. We have a packed night tonight. We have Logos Rhema that's here, and we also have Pastor Pablo from Lighthouse Newark that's here. He's has Hip Hop Fest coming up on Saturday. We're going to be talking about that as well. Before anything, if you're listening to us, please join the chat room. If you have any kind of questions, comments, shout outs, whatever, make sure you hit us up. tweet about it at RapFest Radio. That's where you find us at, or hashtag RFR Live, RapFest Radio Live.
Yep.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
What's up?
First of all, we are glad to be here.
Very
This
excited.
is a blessing just to be here with you guys, just to have the opportunity to, speak and introduce ourselves. And
Cool.
thanks for the opportunity, man.
Amen.
Appreciate
Well,
it.
talk about introducing yourselves. Why don't you do that? Let people know who's who.
Cool.
Yes, I'm Rasheem. I'm the leader of Logos Rhema.
Make that clear. He actually told me to put that on the subtitle.
Exactly. That's what's on there.
I saw it flashing. Thanks for doing that for us. But my name is Rasheem. Basically, I met him like around 2006, about 5 years ago, when we formed a group. We were both on fire for the Lord at the time, going through stuff, but
Still on fire for the Lord.
Still on fire for the Lord, man. And this is my dude right here, my buddy.
Yo, make me cry already, bro. We just started.
He was the best man at my wedding. I was the best man at his wedding.
So you're that close.
Yeah. We cool.
Best friend.
Yeah. Stop it. Don't get emotional.
Jesus
here.
first. I told him.
So my name is Johnny. I am the Rhema of the group.
Dude, it's too much, man.
I'm 21 years old. I just got married in January.
Congrats.
We just found out last week that we have addition to the family on the way, so we are very excited about that.
Man, beautiful.
And so I was 16 years old. I grew up in the church. I left the church about 14. My parents were pastors, the whole 9 yards. I did the typical, PK move, and didn't want nothing to do with the church. Got back into church at about 16 years old, and God just wrecked my life. Just real relationship that I didn't have before. It was just different this time, and since then I never stopped. We were part of No Limits Church. That's where we met. No Limits Church out in Brooklyn. We were in Staten Island, and it's just been amazing to see what God's doing.
That's awesome. So how long have you guys been together as a group?
About 5 years, right?
Yeah, pretty much since we met. We that's how my little brother was going to the church, and like I said, I didn't want nothing to do with church, and he tricked me. He knows me very well, and he told me, John, you got to come to this church, and I was like, I'm all right, and he was like, but there's rappers there, and I was like, And he was like, there's mad girls there. And I was like, what time does it start?
What's the dress code?
So I went, they were actually having like a cypher when I got there. And so I was very, very big-headed. I thought I was the best.
Were you?
In the room next to him.
There. I wasn't
no,
there.
he was there. He was there, but
You're making sure.
but
he wasn't happy. He was busy.
Yeah,
He never told me this. He never
So I went in and I started rapping, and there was just a cipher. Everybody was going around, so I spit 16. Then he spit 16, and right there, that's where we clicked. Was through the hip hop. Yeah, and since then
was
it's
it
just history.
Was it freestyle or something? Just you had?
Yeah, no, it was just a written.
You guys freestyle at all? Or?
He does. I'm not.
Don't put me on the spot.
Right now, go.
I would consider myself more as a writer.
Yeah.
You know, I mess around with it from time to time, but
one time we was doing a concert and
you really gonna tell
he forgot his verse. Like
that's how close you are. Right?
He just forgot the verse.
I got a story about him.
Like not even he wasn't anywhere near the verse. I'm just looking at him and he freestyled the whole 16 so fluent that people who've heard the song before did not even realize that he messed up so bad. I got off. I was just laughing. So
it's like
he
Brother
does
E.
freestyle.
Brother E used to go up and I don't know what language he used to speak, but he used to do it the same rhythm of the real words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
making up stuff like, and I would do the chorus with like, people like, yo, that was hot. I said, I don't know what he said. But that happens. So the name of the group came from.
Oh, there's actually this guy, Daniel Johnson. I don't know if you heard of him.
Of course I know.
He was a big influence on us, man. That's actually how I started to get into Christian hip hop. I listened to his Lukewarm and Hot mixtape. official. And you know, me coming from a worldly mindset, coming into the church, I never heard no Christian artist rap on worldly beats. So that's what drew me. And then when I started learning the word, you know, I realized what he was speaking about in the songs, and you know, he just became one of my favorites. But he started going to my church when we were in Staten Island, and for a little while, and he was just so influential on us. He was like, yo, I'm gonna name y'all. You know, he was like, I'm gonna get you, because we didn't have a name. We had just we broken up as a group because there was actually one more person in the group.
Okay.
This guy named Alex, a good friend of ours, man, and he laughs, but he was a good friend of ours, man.
Was.
And
Yeah, that's why I laugh.
I love him though. I love him. He's a cool dude. But
Real talk, breakfast.
Real talk.
You know.
But yeah, so Dame Johnson was like, yo, you know, like, I'm gonna name y'all. He was like, I'm gonna call y'all Logos Rhema. You know how he speaks. I'm gonna call y'all Logos Rhema, man. And we was like, what is that? And he broke it down to us. He was like, Logos is the word. It's just the word by itself. Rhema is the revelation behind the word. And we was like, yo, that's hot, yo. And it just stuck with us, you know. Like, we tried to change the name, but you know, people feel Logos Rhema. Like, so
I think it describes us well.
It does.
Because when we write, it's a lot of the word in there. Whether it's explicit, we got songs where we, you know, break down pretty much verse by verse. Like, I got a verse where I break down the first chapter of Jeremiah, and just I rhyme pretty much every line, you know. And whether it's that or it's more subliminal, it's more in the punchlines. It's more you gotta dig a little bit, but that's where the music is at.
Yeah.
So when you write your songs, like, what audience are you writing for? Like, in your mind, who you think is gonna be listening to your music?
Well, I feel that it's going to be the people that relate to what I'm writing about the most. Like, the people that can relate to the lifestyle that I came out of.
Which would be?
Which would be the people that are not in the church. But, you know, we do have, like what he said, we do have them songs just for, you know, like the church too. You know, that breaks down the word, that like line upon line, precept upon precept, you know. But most of our songs, I would say, would be geared to, like, you know, people who have not been in church, and it's like foundational. It's the word, but it's you know, according to a person who doesn't understand it.
It's digestible. It's, you know, the milk.
Could I put you on the spot? Give me an example.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
Go ahead.
You said you're the leader of the group, man.
I'm the leader, so I got to do this right now. I got a verse talking about heaven, about it's self-explanatory. It's filled with light, but the sun is not seen. The moon is like a walking condition, not needed. Yet I walk in light like a most precious stone. Clear as a crystal, no cubics a cone. Every tear in my eyes will be gone. No sorrow to cry. Former things die and new things are born. Though I'm seen in this body of flesh, there's been arrangements. I wear Christ, he's more flyer than invitations. I sin, and still I'm grafted in. Agreeing with Paul that it's the nature of this thing in my skin. So I walk in this newness, living by the Spirit, because my mind knows I'm seated where holy is the lyrics, and I renew my mind is clear that without my King James by my side, I'm a lost cavalier. I'm an heir, pain here is but a dream, temporary, I rejoice. Freddy Krueger couldn't make it a nightmare, but I'd rather be face to face with Jesus, his presence non-stop, Christmas repeated, where living waters flow along streets of gold. So I'm focused as I walk along streets of old, putting members to death, no gang affiliations, just righteous works placed over vain repetitions. It's songs of a homesick heart, and I'm missing here, but I'm not. No, a comb can't fix this.
Nice. That's good stuff. You know, Logos Rhema is going to be ministering at the night before Rap Fest event. We have Pastor Jacob Burgeye who's going to be sharing the word in the J. Cruz Project.
Yeah.
So
Excited to
you guys ready for that?
Yes, sir.
I can't wait. We've been
prepping for
we've been prepping. Yeah. We
Danny Sanabria put you guys on
Yo,
like on this level.
let me tell you
that
one thing: you cannot mess up.
Oh,
Danny Sanabria will be. He better be there.
He'll be there.
And he'll be there because we made sure.
He'll be there, and I'm gonna be standing right next to him.
we're gonna have something good, man. We definitely.
I'll be by the
Yeah,
soundboard, and I'll switch, you know, if I have to. But you guys gotta be
we'll
on
throw
point.
him up there to rap if we have to. No, Danny really spoke highly of you guys, which is one of the reasons why we wanted to bring you on. Danny Sanati is the guy that runs God Belongs to My City.
Yep.
We're doing a prayer walk with him with Rap Fest August 4th, so we're
You
excited.
guys
Hope you guys
available
are coming
that
out
day?
for
You guys
that.
should come out.
Prayer walk?
Yeah,
Yeah,
August 4th.
August 4th.
Yes.
And that's good too, man. Because sometimes when we do our prayer walks, we end up like rapping with dudes in the street.
That's
You know, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, he spoke really highly of you guys.
Thanks a lot, Danny.
And
If
What
you're
did he
watching.
say? No.
he told me not to
was
tell you.
Yeah,
Johnny comes and says,
We love you,
no,
Danny.
Danny said, this guy right here, these guys.
Yeah.
Get him to submit for Rapfest. Get him to submit for Rapfest.
He did.
It's like,
man.
you guys
He's
gotta
awesome.
do it. And you guys got this just in the nick of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny's been looking out for us for a while, man. You know.
How did you connect with him?
It was from my understanding, it was the first God Belongs in my city. He connected with our church, and our church was a big part of the first one. And you know, Danny was like, matter of fact, was it another event that he had in,
It was
upstate?
Yeah,
What was that
he
called?
does a retreat in
It was that one.
Camp Manahaim.
Okay.
And so we've gone up there, we've ministered up there,
Okay.
and we're part of Urban Kingdom.
Right.
And you know, so it's just a lot of interaction.
Right.
When the first God Belongs in My City walk
Kicking
came
it
about,
old school. We did
Kicking
that
It
one.
Old School. That might have been the first event, which is actually where I met my wife. So good looking again, Danny.
Well, I guess a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
names of the groups are Danny.
Danny.
Danny and the Sanabrias. But yeah, so we've done a lot of stuff. We for the first God Belongs in My City walk, he called us and
made the
he was
soundtrack.
like, we need a song for this, and I need it like tomorrow. So we wrote a
Sounds like Danny.
song,
Yeah.
and
Pretty much.
we recorded it, and you know, so we've been working a lot, and
So go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So you mentioned that you guys have been together for 5 years as a group,
Yeah.
and you had another member. I'm gonna be honest. I never heard of you guys.
Right.
What has been your focus of your? Who have you been reaching, and where have you been going? Where did you seen your ministry? How have you seen your ministry grow? Maybe in those times.
yeah.
It's deep. Okay.
Honestly,
It's-
at first it was just something we were doing in our church, you know, for
Okay.
youth night. Because like he said, we would break off into this room and we would spit. And my Pastor Chino Arboleta, shout out to
Yes,
him.
I was
Man.
Chino?
He's the man.
He likes every status I put up. I love that.
Chino's the man, yo. He's been with me
not
from day
awkward.
one. That's my boy, man. But
He's cool. People.
he just used to throw these big events for Friday night, and he used to use us because we came in. We thought we was like the nicest rappers, so it was just for that at first, you know. And we had like a little group. It was just really local, and honestly, we didn't really know. I didn't know about the hip hop, the Christian hip hop world. He put me on to that. You know, I didn't know about the Brails and the Lecrae's, man, and you know, so we didn't know how to get our foot in the door. We didn't know.
And the birds.
And the birds. The birds.
Yeah.
Man. I'm
All right,
sorry.
our next guest.
I'm sorry. He's the man. But had to throw that in there. But yeah.
The man behind the man, but you didn't get that. That's alright.
Oh my bad. But yeah, he threw me off, man. I messed up. I forgot what we didn't know how to get our foot in the door. We didn't know where to go with it. We knew we had like the talent, and
Yeah.
we knew that we had like the word in us, and that God was using us. You know, kids would come to us like, "Yo," like crying, right?
Yeah,
like, "Yo,
yeah.
your verses, like, I'm pulling up scripture, and it's like so real, and this and this and that." And
Yeah,
but we didn't know where to go with it. You know?
I knew it was like, it was supposed to be more than just something we did as, you know, a hobby or for fun, or
Right.
when people would come up to me, and we threw together like our first mixtape, and it was like the quality was not good, and you know, it was just something we threw together. We were young. I was 16. He was like 17.
Yeah.
You know, we were young, and people would come up to us. I'm talking about grown-ups, kids, you know, and everywhere in between, and they'd be like, "I was going through something, and your song came on my CD player, and I just started crying. God really spoke to me through it, and I'm just like,
People
you know,
would
that
just
stuff
say,
would
"God,
catch me off guard, and I'd be like,
Right.
okay, like it was hip hop, and you know, I started seeing how hip hop could be used, you know, on a more on a real ministry level, evangelistic, you know, and yeah, so, and back to the other question, like, I have a heart also for the church kids, cause I was a church kid. I was a church kid that grew up in church. I was in ministries. I was in the youth ministry. I was in the plays. I was rapping. I was doing my thing, but I didn't have a relationship with Christ. Mm-hmm. And there weren't too many people that were really like pushing me towards that. You know, it was more like don't have sex, don't smoke, don't drink, and you know, just be good, and you keep coming to church.
That is called religion.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
so, you know, when I got into a real relationship with God, like it just blew me away. And I'm like, I want to make sure that not only the kids that don't know God are reached, but a lot of the kids in the church don't know God. You know, and so I want to reach them also. So I try to really pack the verses with stuff that everybody can get from, you know, and I think that's a big part of the art is anybody should be able to listen and pull something out of it, pull a nugget out of it, you know, for their life personally. And so that's big for me.
That's good stuff. So at the church, do you guys work in ministries or?
Yes.
We are both youth leaders. Every Friday night, if you don't have a church home, come to No Limits. We're called FYC. You can look us up online, www.nolimits.com/Fusion Youth Church. Had to do that.
That's good. That's good.
My pastor would strangle me. I'm sorry. He's a big dude.
Chino, right?
Yeah, Chino.
If you online, join the chat room. Hit us up.
Yeah.
Chino Blade. He probably is listening in. And I actually we both teach squads. That's a ministry for it's a ministry
discipleship we do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like foundational truths in the Bible, and you know, we break down grace and we break down mercy, and you know, we also rap on Friday nights, and you know, we're very much involved in youth ministry.
And that's really our heart is the kids. We were talking outside earlier. We just put on an event called Street to Street. You guys are familiar with it.
Absolutely.
And just the response that we got was incredible.
Man.
We had to turn about 25 teams away just because the response was so overwhelming. There was hundreds of kids flooded the park, and it was just, you know, it was such a blessing. But one of the second place teams, the kids came up to Pastor Chino after, and the kids said, "Can I get some pictures? I saw you have photographers here." And Chino was like, "Yeah, sure. You know, give me your email. I'll send you the pictures." And the kid said, "My dad never seen me play. I want to show him some pictures."
Oh wow!
You know, and this was in the high school crowd, so he's older. The kid was nice. Like he was a baller, you know. And he was like, "My dad's never come out to see me play. I just want to show him some pictures." You know, and that's the condition of our youth. You know, a lot of these kids don't have anybody saying you can make it. They don't have anybody saying like you can be bigger than where you're at. You don't have to live in the projects the rest of your life. You can get a new car. You can get a good job. You can get an education. And that's the message is hope. That's what Pastor Chino preaches on Friday nights. Pastor Ken Bobby, our senior pastor, that's the message that he preaches on Sundays is empowering. It's a kingdom word, and that's the message that we push through the music, and it's a message of hope.
Hey man, that's good stuff, man. We're looking forward to having Logos Rhema with us on August 10th. That's the night before Rap Fest at Sanctuary Fellowship Church, 1469 St. Peter's Avenue, the Boogie Down Bronx, along with J. Cruz Project and Pastor Jacob Vergai. It's going to be insane. What we want to do, we want to get into this video that you guys have called 3D. This is exclusive, isn't it?
This is exclusive.
Crazy, man.
This is.
Has anybody seen this?
Nobody's seen it.
First time.
This will be the first.
Live on Rap Fest Radio.
An exclusive video.
Rap Fest
Let's see now, like
I feel
you guys.
special.
All for you.
We saved it just for y'all. We saved it.
Yeah, but we have this video. Tell us a little bit about the video before we go into it, because when we come back, we're probably going to come back with Pastor Pablo on the air.
Cool.
Talk about the hip hop.
So, 3D is the concept of the project we're working on now, and what it stands for is 3 days later. And so, again, it goes hand in hand with that message of hope. It's just Jesus Christ died and he rose 3 days later, more glorious, more powerful, you know, in complete victory. And so the message we're pushing it is 3D. It's you can live life in 3D. Life's better in 3D. You can live this.
We had fun with it, you know, with the whole 3D concept and stuff.
Yeah, like you can live this empowered life. You can elevate yourself with God, you know, and you don't got to be where you at. And so that's the message. That's the concept. This is kind of like, this video kind of explains the whole concept of the whole project. And
right.
So,
and who put the video together for you guys?
Freddie Soberanis.
He didn't say that right. We
I
both
did.
don't know how
I should. I'm Mexican and Puerto Rican.
He should have
I don't
just
speak
Freddie.
Spanish.
He should have just said
But he's the third member of our group. He couldn't be here. He's our DJ. He's our videographer. He's our sound engineer. He makes our beats. He
manager, chef.
Freddie, we love you, Freddie.
masseuse, everything. Get a little cramped up. He comes out of nowhere. I'm telling you.
That's good stuff, man. So check it out. We need to go into this video, and when we come back, we're gonna have Pastor Pablo Pizarro of Lighthouse Newark. here, talk about Hip Hop Fest. I don't want to leave without you guys sharing anything that's in your heart that you really want to say. It's something you say, oh, I wish I would have said this on the air. A message for the young people. I know you deal with the youth, or even a message to the people that might come out to see you the night before Rap Fest. Anything that's in your heart.
Man, it will have to line up with the message of my church. Like, there's hope. There's something more to life than like me personally. Before I came to church, I was 15, and I didn't have nothing going on in my life. I was in high school, but I was treating that like a joke. Like any typical inner city kid, I was into smoking weed and marijuana, so I basically didn't see my life as valuable, And then when I got to the church, I came through a girl who I was feeling. She was my girlfriend named Samantha Guzman. And what happened, well, I didn't know if I was going to stay. I didn't know if I was going to go. But what happened was on Mother's Day, right before our prom, she was murdered in the Bronx, the BX. And that made me think about everything in my life. That made me think about where I was going. And I had heard the gospel preached to me, and I knew about a little bit about Jesus, and but I didn't know where I was going with it. And then when that happened, it was like, as a 15-year-old kid, about to graduate high school and this and that, I didn't, I wanted more to my life, and God definitely gave me those answers. So, and I believe that according to the Bible, that there's a void in everyone. Everybody wants God, they just don't understand God. That's how I understand through the scriptures. So just know that there's hope in Jesus, and like, that's what we're here pushing, man. And Johnny, take it away.
Yeah, I mean, you summed it up well. It's just it's a message of hope. There's more for you, and the gospel of Christ is not a poor man's gospel. You can be rich with all the amenities you could possibly desire, but there's more for you. If you don't have God, then I got this tattoo on my arm here. It says "Grass withers, flowers fade," and that's from it's in Isaiah, and it's in 1 Peter, and that's really the 1 Peter is really the chapter that's grounded me in my walk, and it's grass withers, flowers fade, but the word of the Lord endures forever, and that's the only thing you ever find sustenance in is the word of the Lord. So,
Amen. Powerful words. We're looking forward to having you guys on the night before Rap Fest.
Can't wait to be there.
We're really excited. Check out this video here, Rap Fest Radio, rapfestradio.com. Exclusive. 3D is the name of the video.
Just for you.
My logo's Rhema. Check it out.
I'm just hoping that they come on Sunday, man. That's where it's at. They come on Sunday, they come, yeah.
One, two, day three, breathe. Life in the dry bones, roll away the stone. Jesus of Nazareth defeated death. I had to get back in the zone and tell them what's going on. Things could get hazardous when dealing with a Lazarus. With renewed desire, I'm feeling like Jeremiah. Don't call this a comeback, we pulling a Hezekiah. Enemy wanna try us to make him look like a liar, but we reppin' Messiah to make him look like a lion. On fire, yeah, feeling like Kobe Bryant. Still on the same team, ready for more rings. Phil 413, ready for all things. Full count, bases loaded, it's anyway, close swing. For the fences, if you were resurrected, then you be wild and reckless and giving yourself a headache. Guess I'm sick in the head, cause I kill it with no regrets. Getting realer with every breath we alive. Just to get it back.
I could breathe, the air fills my lungs. My heart starts to pump, my body starts to function.
As I breathe,
let me breathe, I feel more alive.
As I breathe,
it's like the first time I opened up my eyes.
As I breathe.
It's not over. It's not over. It's Slow Ghost Rhema.
3 days later.
Hey yo, I do this for a culture, pinned like a poster. Might never know Christ unless I do what I'm supposed to. In need of fresh bread, I might throw it in the toaster and add a little something, but believe it's not butter. It's not about a hand clap, it's about a man trap who might come to Christ when my songs make his hands clap. His powers in the air. I ain't talking about that anthrax, check up in the sky, but I ain't talking about them Air Maxes. Looks could kill, it would've stabbed me 10 times. If expressions told the truth, I think I'd rather hear a lie. Kinda thought we're all in this, instead you let us die. And now we slow ghost Rhema. 3 days later, roll back the stone, let them know we alive. Still speaking through the spirit and transforming lives. Man, I do this for the Father, his son was a martyr. I'm Holy Ghost sponsored, I'ma tell it till I'm gone. I'm fresh out the tomb, through the grave, closed off. You see it like God, you know we only dozed off. This only I was called before he laid down the floor. I'm like Paul, I'ma labor till I'm standing with the Lord.
As I breathe,
I could breathe, the air fills my lungs, my heart starts to pump, my body starts to function.
as I breathe,
Let me breathe, I feel more alive.
as I breathe,
It's like the first time I opened up my eyes.
as I breathe. It's not over.
It's not over.
It's not over.
It's not over.
It's Logos Rhema. 3 days later.
We're back.
Yeah, we are back. That was 3D by Logos Rhema. Exclusive, brand new video. Tweet your friends, tell them you saw something fresh and brand new tonight on Rap Fest Radio, rapfestradio.com. We have Pastor Pablo Pizarro of Lighthouse Newark in the building. Hip Hop Fest master.
Spit right now.
MC, DJ, break dancer, pastor, husband.
Oh man.
What else?
Son.
Chauffeur, chef.
Oh,
What
man.
else?
I don't know.
Music critic.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus for president.
Campaigning.
Campaign manager.
It's Pastor Pablo. Great guy, man. We hooked up. I don't remember when or how or even why we hooked up, but we
Still
did.
wondering the why,
We're still
right?
wondering the why. But it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing, and we're excited that you're here, man. So greet our people, and we'll get into
Well, greetings. God bless everyone. I'm very happy to be here. I want to thank both you and Alice and Eli for having us here today on Rap Fest Radio. It is a privilege. It is a blessing. I mean, you guys are doing some tremendous things. And so before you start about anything, I just want to thank you guys. I'm 19 years strong. Rap Fest.
Amen.
And,
You're getting old, baby.
Yeah, Rap Fest is getting
Rap
over.
Fest is getting old.
Rap Fest is getting old. But you guys are a blessing. So for me, it's a privilege to be here. Thank you for
Amen.
having me.
Yeah, we're excited. For those people that are seeing Pastor Pablo for the first time, he has his churches in Newark, New Jersey. It's called Lighthouse Newark. I've had the pleasure of being in the neighborhood. Haven't been to a service yet. I've been in a neighborhood where the church is, has a great congregation over there, and he also runs this event that's called Hip Hop Fest. I like the fest part. Event called Hip Hop Fest, which I had the privilege of being a part of.
Yes.
What was it? A year ago? 2 years ago?
last year.
Last
Last
year.
year.
I see times running, man.
Yeah. No, Rap Fest is getting old. Yeah.
That'll be my next tweet. Rap Fest is getting old. Tweet about it. But last year was a great event. But this year we have a nice lineup coming up. I was looking at the flyer the other day, and I was like, "Wow, Pablo's doing it big, and I'm not going to be there."
I know. We definitely wanted to have you again. So let's put it out there. I try to bring them back, all right? Before they start accusing me of not having you on the bill. All right?
Let's just go back a year.
Don't go back to the footage, but no, definitely we tried. But July 21st is his birthday.
That's right.
So
So
happy
very sacred,
birthday
very
to
sacred day. Is the birthday. Yeah, I'll be Rap Fest is 19. I'll be 19.
Man, you got some sharp comebacks. That's good.
Yo, but this year your lineup is powerful.
Amen. Praise the Lord. Amen.
I'm excited to see Sick is going to be there
Yes.
with the band.
With the band.
Live.
Nice.
Live with the band, so
Nice.
that's going to be great.
Yeah.
And of course, headline you have Andy
Andy Mineo.
Mineo,
Formerly
that's-
known as Sea Light.
formerly known as Sea Light,
Don't say that.
but always known as Andy Mineo.
Andy Mineo.
Yeah, I still call him Sea Light.
Yeah, see, like, right.
But so what are you guys expecting this year to do different from last year?
Well, I tell you what, I gotta say, not to flatter you guys, but I'm more inspired by what Rap Fest is doing, and it's more of an outreach. It's more of let's reach the souls type of thing. It's not a concert where we're trying to promote, or we throw the biggest concerts, or we want to be like Summer Jam, Hot 97 and all that.
That would be nice, but,
but what we want to do is basically reach out to the soul. So last year, I was mentioning to you, for the last 2 years, I've had a car show and a bike show, and that's nice.
I'm serious, cars.
Yeah, no, they were not.
Prices 800 were insane.
Yeah. And so, but this year I want to focus more on the aspect of what's going on, the music, and give them more time. And last year it was cutting it. Thank God for you. Again, you helped me, put the agenda how you do it.
Yeah, I was a bad guy. Hey, that set you were in for 25 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Pablo said he's a pastor. I'm just a host. So he cut me too.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking to do this year differently, and really focus on the folks that are in the streets. And they see this like they see hip hop like church people in church, or not just hip hop music alone. They see that live music, what is going on, and if we can capture that moment, and hopefully it's a tool to get them in. That's what we're praying for.
This is your second event.
Third.
Your third event.
Yeah.
So basically, you're compared to Rap Fest, it's in its infant stage.
Yeah.
So what would be your biggest don't do that you've learned?
Oh man, don't do well.
Without mentioning names.
Okay. All right. Well, the biggest.
I'm just saying.
I'm scared.
I get scared with those questions. Yeah.
I don't want to be on this.
Well, the biggest don't do's is don't try to put something together where it's a group of Grammy Award winners, or let's get the best known names, because you'd be surprised. Well, not you, because they submit to you and you guys start seeing stuff. But you'd be surprised how many people in the local churches are there ready to minister with God-given gifts and talents, and then we're over here, I got this joint. Look, check out my mixtape. Look at this, and so.
Rhema wants to know why they're not on there.
They're on. I already talked to them. They're on.
You be there Saturday early. Okay?
Be there early. You opening up.
The church.
Oh man,
that's what he wanted to say.
But that's what I would say. And don't oversaturate the bill, the order. Get quality. Not about the quantity. So get good people that are really they're partnering with us. Right. These people are really partnering with us. They're coming alongside Lighthouse to help us win souls for Jesus. Amen. So really, I commend all the ministers coming. I don't like calling them artists. But ministers coming, and so I would say not to oversaturate the bill. I learned that last year.
How many artists do you have this time?
I cut it down to 12. That should be good enough. And
that's good. From what time to what time is your event?
We're doing it from 2 to 8 this year.
From 2 to 8.
Yeah, last year we had that from 12 to 8.
So, I remember. That was a long day.
Very long and a hot day.
It was hot. It was hot. Remember,
we going around
we were dying. Bert and I were dying. Like you're in your last. The thing is hitting E already, you're dying, we're scorching in the sun like this. And he came with those little Italian espressos.
Shots.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna shake your hand.
Listen, I'm not going to take all the credit. It was my bodyguard hobby.
Those things were so, and I don't drink coffee. I'm not generally a coffee drinker. I drank that. I was like, yeah, let's go.
She was up there with shot, rocker, fist pumping.
I outshot the show. I'm like, yo.
She got beyond the DJ. Oh man.
But so I mean, you're doing this in the street. I know it's your third year. I know we spoke a lot last year before the event, and we shared some information with you guys, which is awesome. That's what we're here for. We love to share. Anybody out there wants to know anything about Rap Fest, trust me, we'll tell you everything, and hopefully you can take it, perfect it, and bring it back to us so we can learn more.
What's the number?
805 Rap Fest. 805-727-3378. Or email us at rapfestinc@gmail.com, or just
we have
come to my church.
We got a system.
We get to us.
There you go.
But what are you guys doing this year to attract more of the neighborhood? Because last year, let's be honest, the neighborhood really didn't respond as much.
Yeah.
There were people there. I mean, the car show, the guys came out and they stayed for a while. They blew their horn. They got their trophies. They were excited, but it wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't what you wanted, and maybe not what you were expecting. Although it was productive.
Yeah.
You know. So, are you doing anything different to reach out to the neighborhood?
Well, the main point of the whole outreach is, number one, to let the community know, hey, there's a church here. One of the saddest things that you could ever hear is, I never even knew there was a church there. So now we left a mark. That's that church that made noise for 2 years in a row. So one of the smartest things we want to do now, and again, I'm just taking a page off of Rap Fest, is I want to just saturate the city. It's not about just Lighthouse Assembly of God.
Amen.
So now we're going to a new location. Every 2 years we will switch it up. And now we're taking it to the North Ward. We're still in the North Ward of Newark, New Jersey at 860 Broadway. That's where it's going to be at. It's my home church, my mother church, where I came out of.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they have a huge parking lot, and we're gonna be there. We're gonna have located there. Now, what are we doing involved? Well, we work closely with the city officials, the mayor, council people, and last year they didn't even stop by. This year we made sure we got the mayor coming out, city council. They're gonna bring the fire trucks to wet the kids, get them on the ladder, and they can go up high and play around. So we want to get more community involvement. They see there's a movement going on. The police is on the horse. What's going on here? It's a festival. They see, you know what? I want to check it out, and then we hook them with a nice concert. That's free. So if it's free, it's for me.
So what kind of feedback are you getting from people like the mayor?
Well, they're excited because really we're partnering with them. In the city of Newark, they do a program that he runs, the Mayor Cory Booker, where it's called Safe Summer Program. And he's pretty much like begging every corner of the block, do a block party. If you do a block party, you maintain the people active, they're playing basketball, there's no trouble. He don't have to beg us. We want to help the community. So they're happy. They're like,
just
wow.
us win. We're there.
They're excited. They're like, wow, there's a party going on, and it's just great. So they'll come out and they help us. They give us burgers and hot dogs and stuff. So we give that out to the community, and it's a win-win situation. I get a free concert. There's some kids in our urban communities, they can't even go to the pool, or they can't go somewhere.
Right.
So they come out and enjoy themselves, and they're getting blessed. It's not just churchy stuff. It's awesome time.
So as far as the program, you're allowing more time for the artists?
Yeah, and that's why I really decided to do a little bit, we focus a lot on the car show. There was a lot of, trophies. And I want to have more of there's going to be a time in the season for that. The Bible tells us that. It's a time for everything. But I want to focus more on the outreach. I want to have more of an altar call, more, getting, like what you guys are doing, get somebody to come out and speak. Most likely it'd be me. That's my role. That's what I do. I don't rap.
Yes, you do. Yo, he's holding back.
No.
He's not ready yet. In his fifth year. And that's not a prophetic word. That's just me saying. In his fifth year, he'll come out with his rap. But Goyo's not coming out this year?
No. We're not gonna have much Spanish this year.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going a different route. I mean, probably the most Spanish we're gonna get is Andy Mineo.
Wow. I'm not it.
Yeah.
That's when you gotta do something, bro. You gotta have to rap.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably do a little something. I don't know.
Oh no, you got sick.
You got sick though.
That's true. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got sick. Yeah, we live there. So
you're gonna have to talk to DJ to put some Spanish music for you.
Yeah, no, the DJ Sorok's in the building with me today. So the official.
Yeah, by the way, we do have a full house today. Everybody, make some noise out there. Full house today. Yeah. Pablo rode with his whole church.
Oh yeah.
Forgot to text me.
Oh man.
They had a service outside, right?
Yeah, right. We already collected the offering and everything. We'll give you
Make sure you leave it here.
One thing that I notice sometimes when we as Christians put out an event that's going to be for the street and is evangelistic, we concentrate on sometimes getting what the church sees as the most popular rapper or whatever, and we go out of our means sometimes or out of our way to book them when the street really doesn't know them. So my question is, would you sacrifice to get someone that is known to the church, to get the church people there? Or do you prefer to look for groups that you don't have to sacrifice so much for, but are still good and are going to minister the word the same way to the street?
That's an excellent question, because I got one of the ministers that actually called me and asked me the same thing. They were like, Pastor Pablo, we've been doing this for a while, and you could probably go out of your way and you'll probably, let's say, Lecrae, because the church knows them. So are you doing it for the church or are you doing it for the people on the street? And it's a two-way street, let me tell you. It is. But bottom line is that, again, it goes back to the question you said. What are the do's and don'ts? And this is the don't. I won't ever enter into this. I want to get the popular guy. I believe that the Lord can use the local guy just like He could use the guy on the label. I really do. I believe that. And the guy on the label never started on the label or making his thousands of CDs. He started, underground or whatever he did. So I want to give it a mix of both, a variety of both. And that's why I've gone out of my way. When you hear a name like Andy Mineo, in the last year, see, because I do evaluate music. I evaluate and the content of it. I don't just want, oh, that sounds dope. There's the words. I want to hear, because
the message behind it.
And let me tell you, I'm a pastor. Before anything, I'm a pastor. And I'm not looking for, what's sounding good. I need to know that you're not going to confuse my people theologically. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I want to make sure that that's in the sphere that we're going to go with. And we're going to feed the people, both Christian and non-Christian. I don't want to confuse somebody that's coming for the first time. Like, well, he said it was cool to, ride around in dubs and, no. So that's a great question. And so this year I balanced that very carefully. And one of these events, believe it or not, they cost money. Everything costs money.
Yeah.
But
they
cost money. But we what we're doing is that we want to partner again with community, local businesses, and it's mainly sponsorship. We're not making a dime out of this. We're not selling anything. The product here is people. And we want to make sure that the Lord's people are, satisfied. And that we're bringing them to the cross, leading them to the cross.
Amen. I just want to say that your choice of Andy Mineo for your event is perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because you get the best of both worlds. You get the label guy that knows the streets.
Exactly.
And he could relate. His message is clear. It's powerful.
Amen.
So props on that one.
And that's something, you said something about message. That's something that I think we as Christians get caught up in, where we're listening so much to the production side of it and the music to be pumping. And like, let's get a track, because, the music is up here, the production is up here. But they're not saying anything. It's all about raise your hands, clap your hands, whisper, whatever, a nice happy tune, snap your fingers, whatever. And that's it, and they're not saying anything in the rap. So if you can combine that good production and the good music, because if you're going out in the streets, the world is expecting this.
Exactly.
They're expecting this up here. If you ain't gonna give them this, they're gonna tune you out as soon as the DJ turns on your song. So you could be saying a great message, but if your production is down here and your music is down here,
that's true.
The world is you're not gonna connect because they've tuned you out already.
And that's the thing, in regards to Andy Mineo, if you guys are following him this year, that's why we're excited. He just threw out a Saturday morning mixtape, oh man, let me tell you. And we grew up in the 90s or in the 80s and so forth, and you hear he threw out this thing. Somebody's driving around, going to this event, and hear a Busta Rhymes beat. Now I know you're not big. We've talked about using secular beats, but see his content in there. He says, be careful where you're waving your hands when you're waving them side to side. Because we go to concert, we think, well, we're not really worshiping God. So he has a good theological message backed up with some powerful. I mean, when I heard that, I'm like, man, this guy, he's killing it.
Oh, I mean, he's a beast. I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. Not many people could do that.
And it's not just a remix or just rapping over the regular beat, though. You saw the work that they put into destroying the beat in a good way, and really working on it and really messing with it.
It's the art of sampling, and I mean, it's great. Like I said, I love the fact that he did it.
I think if you can take a secular beat, right, not literally the whole thing, right? If you can take a sample, and your rap and your ministry side of it is so powerful that you no longer recognize that sample, because what you're doing up here ministry-wise and speaking-wise is overpowering that, you're okay. But when this side of the ministry is weak and your rapping is weak and the sample you're using is overpowering what you're saying, then there's a problem.
You shouldn't be rapping.
Exactly. You're in the wrong.
Straight up.
You're in the wrong business.
There was a calling, but there wasn't your name they were calling. You picked up the wrong phone. There was a calling, the wrong number. My bad. I'm sorry, I meant the next guy. It happens though. It happens, and we have to be real. And you as a pastor, you have to take that responsibility of telling somebody that comes to you, hey, I want to rap at your event, and sometimes you have to say no.
You remember last year when we had the MC battle thing? We have to be very careful with that, and I let you pick them. I'm gonna put it on him.
Thank you very much. I am so happy.
Nobody came out of bleep. Oh
no, but that we would have take care of that.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy that Brian Smith was there.
Yes.
You know, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
But I am so happy he was there. I knew that when you said MC battle and he raised his hand, I wasn't the judge, but I knew he was going to win it anyway.
He killed it, man.
He killed it, and nobody expected it because here's this, let's say this old guy just come up, whatever, ripped it.
Oh man.
People were like, huh? I mean, there was a girl that she was pretty good. She got close.
Yeah.
But one of the things, putting together the event, we're doing 19 years now, and the hardest part of it is rejecting ministries.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, it's not like Sunday's Best. I was watching Sunday's Best last night. I love the Lord with all my heart, bro. I'm telling you straight up. I don't say this to judge anybody or anything, but that show is horrid. I hate it. I hate it. Kirk, you can come minister at my church whenever. I love you, but I hate the show.
Yeah.
They got these people singing for 30 seconds and they're already like judging their anointing and they're calling. It's hard. Trust me, we try to do that with 3-song submission videos, DVDs, going to events, and it's hard to read a person like that. Even with the most powerful discernment, it's really hard to judge somebody on a 30-second piece of music. Because trust me, I know a lot of artists that I can write lyrics for and have them come and perform the best gospel song for you, and you'll swear they know Christ.
Wow.
Because they could present it.
Now let me become the interviewer. Ready?
Hit me.
Who's the hardest? When it comes to the submissions, who's
we can't tell you. That's a secret.
See, what kind of interview?
If you join it, maybe you'll know.
Oh man, I mean, it looks like Alice is the hardest. It looks like Alice is because she already came with the philosophical stuff at me.
You won't know who's on the team though.
She's like that all the time though.
That's
she could be on the team.
That's just me. I scrutinize everything.
What's that process like?
Whose show is this?
He can
You see how I flipped it?
What's the process? I don't mind talking about it. I love to.
Yeah.
This is the process. Naturally, we ask everything, we put it online, what we want, right? 3 songs. I figure 3 songs should give me a good idea of what you're trying to what message you're trying to portray. If all 3 songs are totally different, I have an issue. Meaning message-wise, content-wise. Style-wise could be all different. That's great. It's variety. So 3 songs. Full songs that we can say, yeah, these guys are solid. They can come up with 3 songs. They got 15 minutes on stage. That's good. A bio for each member in the ministry.
Wow.
That will show. So if you have, let's say back in the days, the Cross Movement, their first submission for Rap Fest included 6 bios.
Well, 7 with the DJ, right?
Right, 7 with DJ.
The DJ has to have bio.
Anybody that's going to go up on that stage, you're representing us, representing the gospel.
Take notes, guys. Take notes.
You're representing us, representing the gospel. So, what good is it if I have MC Pablo and DJ Sinalot?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's scratching and all that, but when he goes backstage to either drink his beer or smoke a cigarette or curse his wife out on the phone or something, that represents you representing us, representing the gospel.
That's correct.
So, we have that accountability thing where each bio and references. Not just a number here, call my pastor. No, I want a letter from your pastor. If and I've said this before, like in the earlier part of the process of the submissions, if you can't get a letter of recommendation from your pastor because he's too busy, if he has to really think of a recommendation for you, maybe you shouldn't be getting one. Your pastor should be able to say, you know what, type up whatever you want, show it to me, and I'll sign it. That's how much confidence your pastor should have in you. That's how much backing you should have.
Definitely.
So that's the process. The 3 songs, the bio, the references,
Pictures.
and pictures we ask for just so we get an idea of who's coming, what they look like. So when they do come,
fail? No,
we get no ugly people in there.
No, because
I like her, man. She's the best.
let me tell you. Back in the days, I had an experience where Brother E and I were invited to a church in Jersey. No offense to Jersey, but we were invited to a church in Jersey to minister. They knew our music. They didn't know us. We showed up early for sound check. We were ignored. We sat in the back. It was a sad picture for the church itself that two strangers walked into your church and were totally ignored, although we were allowed to go in and sit. So I could have torched the place. I could have stolen chairs, take the drums, whatever. They didn't know who we were. And it wasn't until somebody that knew us came in and said, "Oh, Bert, Brother E, you guys are here." And then all of a sudden, all the ushers acknowledged us. You know, so we like the picture. So at least if I've never seen you before, I get an idea of what you look like. And when you come in, look, these are the guys that are coming. You know, greet them with a smile and embrace them, because an artist
helps
needs
him.
that.
It doesn't help me at all because I don't remember faces. So.
But an artist needs that. They need to be felt that way.
They should,
they need that embrace. So that's the process. And then listening to it is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Because if you have 70 submissions, some from people that we know close and dear, but they're missing one of the characters in there. Either their music is cheap. I mean, let's face it, we're going to be in the streets in the South Bronx by the Bronx River Projects, Zulu Nation, African Bombardment. You can't come with your little, tambourine snare type stuff. It's not going to work. It's got to be something that the neighborhood will first say, "Yo, that sounds hot. Let me go find out what they're talking about." If they can't do that, it's a waste. So the music has to be hot, or at least acceptable. The lyrics, of course, the content has to be right. The flow has to be legitimate. What are the kids listening to? BET awards, and you got your Jay-Z's, your Kanye's, your Lil Wayne, and
they're listening to snapbacks and tattoos. That's what they're listening to.
But that's what they're listening to. So your flow has to be compatible to that. If not, what my hope is always that it's better. And there's a great article actually right now in the South that we're talking about this. I'm sorry, I'm taking long. You asked the question. What's this guy? Right? Jay Lafe is his name, I believe it is, who actually submitted for Rap Fest this year, didn't make it. Great guy though, great guy. He wrote a wonderful article. It's on thesouth.com, and it talks about why the Christian music hasn't gotten to that level yet, because the CCM, the KJ, and not even the KJs, but let's say the Casting Crowns, Toby Mac. They've developed a sound that's recognizably gospel Christian music. If you're in the grocery store shopping, all of a sudden you hear a sound, you say, "Wow, that sounds like Casting Crowns. That's Misty Edwards. That's Toby Mac." You can tell. If it's a gospel rap song, if you don't know who it is, you'll ignore it or keep walking and say, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Sounds maybe is that Drake? Is that Wayne? Is that Jay-Z? Because we've mastered mimicking the world in Christian hip hop, but we haven't found our identity yet. And I've been saying, how many? Come on, this is episode 110 of the video, and God knows how many episodes of audio. Go back, we've been saying this every month, every week. We say the same thing. It's time for us to take ownership of what we have and make it ours. God doesn't call you to say, "Pablo, I'm calling you into the ministry so you can be exactly like T.D. Jakes."
Right.
Why? He's already doing it. He's called you for a specific purpose, a specific place, a specific time, specific people. But we take it like, God called me to rap. I want to be just like Jay-Z. I want to be just like Wayne. I want to be just like Kanye. I want to be just like this one. And what happens? Fine, your music sounds really good. You sound just like that. But unfortunately, they got so much more exposure than you. By the time people hear you, you're so old and played out that, you know what? I don't want to hear a sound like. I want to hear a real deal. So that's the problem. So that's what we go through with listening to.
So he's like the Simon of American Idol.
No, it's not even that. No, you know what it is, dog? It's more like a Randy when Randy's trying to break it down.
He's like really.
He's a baby.
He's very politically correct. He's very this. He thinks about not me. I'm like
no. You gotta be real. I give and that's one thing. I mean, you could go to any artist I know. I keep in contact with all the groups we've ever had for Rap Fest, even if they've retired and they're old or whatever. I give everybody a fair chance. And even someone that's been. And without saying names, we had an artist submit this year who was rejected for multiple reasons. Some even I didn't even have to open up the bio. I didn't have to open up the package. I didn't even have to show it to the committee. I said, "No, just put it down." And I saw him on the train and said, "I got rejected." I said, "Yeah, you know what? Try harder for next year." Although I could have come on real strong. I was like, "Yo, whatever, it's whack, it's this, it's that, you got this issue, that issue, we can't have it." But I think everybody deserves a fair chance, and everybody does have an opportunity to grow, to learn, to develop, to create something better, or an opportunity to realize, you know what, maybe it's not my call.
Yeah.
Maybe I should explore other options, other avenues for me to minister to people. You really want to reach people. This is what I say to all artists. If you're doing your craft, you've been in it for 10, 15 years, haven't gotten your CD played in places you want to, can't get booked for shows, you're frustrated, maybe you're not supposed to be doing this. And there's nothing wrong with saying, oops, I messed up. I thought this was what I was supposed to do. Because God has a purpose for you, but we don't always understand it. You know, how many people walking around right now saying, one day I'm going to be a pastor? You're never going to be a pastor. Yeah, you're just saying that you want to. Because then when they call you to do it, you don't want to do it. It's because you weren't called to do it. You know, and it's the same thing with the music. See, you making me preach, yo.
Preach. I was gonna say, preach.
But that's what the bottom line is. You know, how do you pick a group? It's not about popularity, because there's a lot of guys right now that are on labels and popular that I wouldn't book them. I don't care.
Yeah.
Sell 1 million CDs, go on award shows, travel the world. You're of no value to my young people right now.
And this is why I feel it's important to, like Alice said earlier, we're on the infant stage of what we're doing with Hip Hop Fest. It's not a problem to come alongside people that have been there, done that.
No, absolutely.
And that'll be my advice to people that are starting. You know, he's doing a great job, by the way, with the I Am Unique thing, right? And it's going on. I can see it. You can see the fruit of what's happening. So many ministries out there that I'm watching. Everybody's watching. You see, that's the thing. You got to be aware. There's people watching, and there's people hungry for good stuff, for stuff that's going to uplift you and bless others. And there's no problem with coming alongside. That's why I said, I got to pick this brother's brain. I got to sit with them and see what they're doing. And
we told you no, right?
Yeah, no, you told me no from the beginning. Can't tell you. You know, this is going to cost something.
We have to blindfold you first.
But when I went last year, just to, you let me sit in the back and you took all these.
Exclusive.
Yeah, that was really exclusive. I mean, you sat in the back, we went in the back, and you started speaking to them. You gave them their folders with their tags.
To the artists.
Yeah,
right.
to the artist, and you were giving them their tags, and this is how you go. Don't go above the set. Look who's in front of you. Look who goes behind you. Make sure you know your surroundings.
You see, now I'm sorry to interrupt you on that, but that's where we take the most responsibility. The event coordinator, promoter, whatever you want to call it, you have to be strong enough to tell even the most popular, famous artists, you have 20 minutes. Don't go under. Don't go over.
Well, Paul McCartney and Bruce Springsteen.
Oh yeah, they cut their mics.
They went over 20 minutes.
They went over.
Wow.
They cut their mics.
Got cut off.
So
I feel great.
Okay, so that's it. Don't complain when you get cut off on Rap Fest no more.
Well, you know
You
what
ain't selling
happened?
that stuff.
But you know what happened? The guy that ran that event, he came to speak to me.
He had the exclusive.
You were sitting backstage. No, but we really do. We really have to pay attention to what we're doing. I don't think any pastor shows up on a Sunday morning and recklessly designs a service.
That's right.
Right? You have to sit down and create your message. You have a passion for a certain topic in your heart already beforehand. You bring it out. You even approach the worship team and say, listen, today this is what's on my heart. Please focus on this. Or if somebody walks in, you act a little different. You're flexible. And we have to do that. There's many events and places and artists and people that are making events that are so rigid into, I have to do it this way. I have to get this person. If he doesn't come, the event's going to flop. And now you're focused so much on that person, you forget why you booked them.
Yeah.
I don't know why I booked this dude, but he's here, and we're going to get our money's worth.
And that's what we were talking about, Alex. We want to stick to the base. It's not about who's popular, who's playing, to be honest, it's not. It can't be done that way because we're not operating in the world's system. That's the world's system.
I read this quote yesterday and it said, "Don't chase the position, chase the purpose." And I got goosebumps just thinking because it's true. What's the? And I've been saying this a couple of times. People see I put it on Facebook. If you lost the opportunity to do certain things right now, what would you be left with? If you lost the position, if you lost the opportunity to do things, what are you left with? And there's a purpose that still God has for you, and He's gonna make it happen.
You're left with CDs in your trunk that you can't sell.
Exactly.
You're gonna be giving them away.
But there's the purpose.
Dollar store.
And there's still the purpose. You're giving them out for free though, but you're still blessing someone. So then what your content in there should have been with that purpose in mind, regardless of how much you're gonna sell. Right? So the purpose of your event, even though it's in 3 years, should always be looked at like that.
Yeah, Hip Hop Fest, I see where it's going, and I'm excited for it. I could just imagine down the line it growing to be bigger. Not bigger people-wise, just bigger ministry-wise. Because that's how we look at it. We've had Rap Fest with 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people. Rap Fest with 400 or 500 people. You know, the first one was 50 people. You know, and the numbers don't matter. We just had a situation came up the other day that we were talking about, and there's another event happening where people are, you know, paying tickets to go see some artists and stuff, and it's kind of like on the same day. And I'm like, at first, I was like, yo, how you gonna do the event the same day? And I said, wait, hold up. Our purpose is to reach the streets.
There you go.
You know, it's for those people that don't know Christ. You know, a non-Christian is not going to go and pay $10 to go see an artist.
If anything, you're going to bring your non-Christian friend and pay for them because they're not going to want to pay for something they don't know.
If.
Exactly.
The church doesn't do that yet.
That's what I'm just saying.
You know, the church, now I'm gonna be like Daniel Johnson. The church don't do that yet. That's the problem. You too busy with yourselves.
Oh, man.
You know, and
you drinking the coffee? Is that what it is?
Yeah. No, I just thought of the espresso shot. And it took me there. No, but you know what I'm saying? And that's the if.
Yeah.
It's the if. If then I put this question up on Facebook 3 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, maybe 5 months ago. Who would you pay $25 to go see right now in concert in the Christian hip hop world? And it's never going to be just one artist. You'll pay $25 to see maybe 10 of your favorite artists from all different labels so you get your money's worth. That's bad. You pay $75 to go see Madonna in concert, who's been, you know, it's like 80 years old now. You know, and she's doing the same. She don't have any new songs. You know, but that's where we're at. We're trying to do everything like the world, but we're not doing anything like the world. Tweet that.
Tweet that.
But you know what I'm saying? You didn't hit a soft spot. You hit a passion.
Yeah.
And my passion is to see people do this and do it right.
Awesome.
You know, and I'll keep speaking about it, so I'm blue in the face, and people keep unfriending me, whatever. I don't care. You know, somebody's gonna learn. We're learning. You know, and we're gonna learn from your event. Even though your event's only 3 years old, we learned stuff. We went to your event, and what did we do? I told the guys, listen, we're here to support. Just watch everything, how they do it. What can we learn? Let's go to the kitchen. I want to see how the staff serves me. I want to see what security's doing. I want to see, you know, who's closing the street. Why is this guy giving out tracts? Why is he giving out flyers? You know, what are the kids doing during this time? And who's backstage? What's the sound guy doing? The DJ. We need to know. So we take the best parts of that and adapt it, and new ideas, and adapt it and make our event something bigger.
Well, that's what the Bible calls it to do. Iron sharpens iron. And you know, like I said again, I can't say it enough. You guys are doing a great job, and many people have approached us and said, you know, this is what we needed in Newark. You know, because from my recollection, it hasn't been done that way, and that's what we're trying to do. Bring this yearly outreach. It's not about a namesake or nothing like that. We want to exalt the name of Jesus, because the Bible says that if He be lifted up, then He's going to draw the people.
Amen.
You see, and so that's what we're looking to do.
This is where we get to the altar call part.
Yeah, I told you I was going to work it. I told you, save me for the end, because I got this. Send all your donations to Rapfest Radio. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
No. You're kidding.
RapFestRadio.com.
We got vendor tables available, by the way, for a special price.
Yes.
Actually, now that you say that, before we lose focus, vendor tables are available. Seriously, if you want a vendor table for Rapfest, it's still available. Also, Rapfest is August 11th from 12 noon to 8 p.m. at the Pathmark Mall on East 174th Street and Longfellow Avenue. And before I forget, next week we don't have a show. We'll be on vacation. Thank you very much. That's why we can't be at your event. But the week after, when we come back, that's the 29th, the 30th, we're going to have Mr. Lovett here. Who's Mr. Lovett? Mr. Lovett is the president of the properties where the Pathmark Mall is part of. That whole strip there. So he's the
with the keys to Rapfest.
Yeah, he's the one that he's the one that wants us to do Rapfest there. Now you're talking about getting the community involved. When they're like, could you do your evangelistic hip hop event in my parking lot? That's huge.
Yeah, and that's the nice part. They have the subways there. They have restaurants there. It's very
everything.
Nice.
Everything. So we're going to be speaking to him because we want to make sure that we're doing the right service to his community, to his people. Because we say we're doing this for the streets, we're bringing the streets in. You know, it's going to be really interesting. So that's August 11th is Rapfest from 12 noon to 8 p.m. at Longfellow Avenue on 174th Street. The night before Rapfest is at Sanctuary Fellowship Church. Doors open at 7 o'clock. Logos Rhema J. Cruz Project, Pastor Jacob Burgai. That's 1469 St. Peter's Avenue in the Bronx. The Wednesday night before Rapfest, I'm throwing that in there anyway, I'm going to be speaking at Sanctuary Fellowship for a prayer night. It'd be a great time if you guys just join us and pray with us as well. And going back further, the week before, the Saturday, we have the God Belongs in My City and Rap Fest prayer walk in the neighborhood. We're meeting 12 o'clock at the mall.
You guys are busy.
Yeah, man. I think
that's why we take a vacation before.
I take a vacation before and then take the whole week off.
There you go. There you go.
So
that's awesome.
leading up to Rap Fest.
Yeah.
But that's the way it works. If you have anything you want to help us with, by all means hit up Eli. IamUnique@gmail.com. That's IAMUNYC@gmail.com.
Yes.
Let them know that you're available.
Volunteer.
We could use more Bibles. My shout out to Triple Threat Ministries.
Yes.
They aced us with 300 Bibles. We need it. We can still use more though.
Wow.
Bibles, tracks, whatever you have, we're gonna, we're out there for
those
that.
nice giveaways that you guys usually get at the balls and
we have all that stuff.
We have
some stuff.
We have some stuff because last year we had
a lot of giveaways. A lot of kids came out when they saw we were giving away like stuffed animals.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of rap.
The stuffed animals.
No.
When you get the ball, you run back up for your gift.
The blue ball, you throw it out. You spit a little rhyme. I like that.
But that's what we do, man. We're just praying that God will show you so much favor on that day, on Saturday. Eli will be there.
Eli will be there to represent for us.
Yes.
Don't embarrass us.
I'll give you don't rap. Don't rap.
I got to get them to do that, the improv that you do. The little spit.
No.
Comedian Chris will take care of that, please.
Chris. Shout out to Comedian
Chris will take care of all that. But we'll send them with the flip cam and just film it for us. Bootleg. We're really excited. We just pray that God will continue to open doors for you and partner you with the right ministries to do what you need. Yes. And actually, if you need anything, you got our number, you got our address, you have everything. Not that we'll help you, but you have it. It's good to have. Just keep it, keep it on file.
Yes,
no, seriously, if you need anything, by all means, just shout out to us, and we'll make sure we can help you out.
Thank you so much.
We'll make sure we'll tell some people, maybe some people from Sanctuary could come out to Hip Hop Fest on the 21st if they like doing anything.
Well, it's an exciting journey. We thank
God.
God
Once again, what's the address?
860 Broadway this year. Okay, so it's 860 Broadway, and that's in Newark, New Jersey. Cross Street is Verona. The beautiful thing about that is that the church was a supermarket, and then we purchased a club next door to a 3-story club, so a nightclub. So it's plenty of parking, plenty of space. It's on a private property this year, so I don't have to close down those streets. Nice. We get to do whatever we want, and we're gonna have a big stage, lots of noise and music. So just come out and have fun. And at the time, it's 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And if you allow me, I'll go through some of the ministers that are gonna be there.
Please.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna start with Heesun Lee. Heesun Lee. See, this is her 3rd year with me. I mean, she loves Lighthouse, and we love her, and she does a great job. Last year we had Seda, he can't make it out this year, but we're gonna have her representing Ja Rockin', and we're gonna have 3D Remedy. It's gonna come down. He fought with me from last year when he was sitting here with us, and
Hook me up. You didn't even call me. There you go. Now you gotta be there.
So we're gonna have.
He does some Spanish too.
Yeah, he does a little bit, but now he's doing a lot of English, and he's pastoring, of course. I think in Brooklyn, right? But he's out there, and then we have Jay Skywalker and the whole Right Side Up Entertainment Group. He's gonna have Malachi the Truth, who also twists my arm to put him on the bill, so we got him on. And I'm actually wearing their shirt, Made for More tour shirt. So I was gonna wear the Sick Ministry, but I wear this stuff too much.
Yeah, we give them too much props here. We try not to. Now you messed it up. The night you spoke about it.
Next,
they're gonna be here. They're gonna be with us, and they've always partnered with us. They always say yes to Lighthouse. I mean, I have their DJ with me today, so he's here.
Rock.
DJ So Rock, Andrew Da Silva.
But he can't be at Rap Fest, so I'm not talking to him.
So we have DJ Wado. DJ Wado just texted me before we got on. He's watching us. DJ Wado. Dayton.
Nice guy.
Dayton, remember you saw him last year?
Yep.
He moved to Florida. I actually married him. Shout out to Dayton. He's on the chat.
You married him?
I actually married him. I performed the ceremony. I performed the ceremony in February. I didn't marry him. I'm married. By the way, hi, honey. I love you, my daughter. Let's clean that up quick. I don't want a scandal coming out of it. It's gonna be plastered on the South.
That's how we get ratings.
Everybody's gonna be at Hip Hop Fest on Saturday.
Oh man,
big crowd.
But Dayton is gonna come out. Dayton, man, listen, get out, Alice. So Dane's gonna be with us, and then of course Andy Mineo. We got New Hope. He was with you guys last year.
Yes.
At Rap Fest, so he's gonna be with us.
New Hope was our most nervous interview, by the way. I just wanna let you know
He's
that.
watching us too. So anyway.
He was.
Get to do CPR twice.
So yeah, we have a good lineup this year.
Great.
Got some people opening up, and we're excited. And of course, Andy Mineo, we're really excited this year to have him. We know that God is going to use him in great and mighty ways. Pastor Jack Redmond is going to be with us.
Oh, wow, man, Jack.
Jack
We're going to save the neighborhood, the world, the cops, drug dealers. We'll save the saved.
Everybody. So he'll be with us, and I Am Unique is going to be representing I Am Unique and Rap Fest.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
everybody be there. We're just with
Awesome.
praise God.
See it? With the altar call.
Oh yeah, you know.
Don't go.
You can't never let a pastor, go. You be like, corta, corta. But no, we're excited. And listen, again, the main thing is to reach souls for the Lord.
Amen.
And that is what the Sanctuary of Fellowship is doing. I see and I watch what you guys are doing, and I hear about the growth that's going, and that is what Lighthouse is doing in Newark. I mean, the Lord is doing a great thing, and I want to send out a shout out to all of them. I know they're online right now watching us. They're a great congregation that loves God. And one of the things that I love about Lighthouse is that they're embracing what we're doing with Hip Hop Fest. You know, I got there 2.5 years ago, and they never said, no, hip hop, no way. No, they, let's do it, Pastor. If it's going to help us, if this is the vision that God has given you, then let's go for it. And they have a whole team. We're ready to launch out, and we have the ushers and the security. And it's awesome. You know what that does? It provides times of unity. Right. You know, you get all these, I'm going to do the cooking. You have the women or certain men doing the cooking, and then you have, your people putting the tables up, and it just, you feel that fellowship. You grow, and that's the whole part of it. Amen. And we're all doing something for the kingdom of heaven. So I really want to encourage all you ministers watching us, all you rappers, those that aspire to that. There's a price to pay. There is. Absolutely. And that price, I don't want to get too spiritual. Pastor, I knew you were going to go there. But listen, you first and foremost, you can't call yourself. My pastor always taught me that there's those that call themselves, and then there's those that nobody calls, and then there's those that God calls. Right. And we have to identify when God is calling us. Like you said earlier, are you really called to do what you're doing? I can't just go up there. If I can't preach, I can't teach. You might want to have to evaluate what God is calling you to do. Right. I got to be honest. You can play around, but I don't rap. So I'm not going to get up there and say, all right, busted y'all, here we go. They're going to boo you off the stage.
You can do that part. Just end there.
Hype you up. Hype it up. But God has called you to be a specific part of the body. And the Bible tells us that in the book of Corinthians. Listen, there's parts of the body that you don't see going to work. The insides, the intestines, they're going to work, and they're important. It's not always the hands that are visible in the face, but everybody is needed in the body of Christ. Right. And so we're so thankful for such people as yourselves. Many other ministries. I've seen your list. You got what? Nikki Cruz, and you're going to have
rap, K-drama, so many people.
Everybody puts a little bit of something.
My City,
yeah.
K-Love Radio, WBLS, Fuel.
So everybody composes a part of us. Yeah. and so that's what's important. And if we could all come together, it's like that song Casting Crowns. If we are the body, why aren't we reaching? Right. Must reach.
If we are the body, why aren't these intestines? They don't say that part, right?
Don't give them no more calls.
That's the remix version. That's the remix version. No, but that's great, man. Shout out to everybody who's watching tonight. We pray that you're encouraged by this. Maybe this will start a calling in your life somehow. Yeah. Next year, do something in your neighborhood. Yeah. There is a price to pay, but it can be done.
That's right.
That's the key. You don't have to do a big thing to do something effective. It can be a small thing and effective, and just do more of it.
Absolutely.
And it is awesome. Shout out to Holy Culture, Grateful Apparel, and God Belongs to My City, Fuel Conference,
WBLS,
I Am Unique, WBLS, K-Love,
Urban Kingdom, Calvary.
Yep, Calvary, Sanctuary, Raptors Radio.
The Mid-Bronx Desperados.
Mid-Bronx Desperados. Mr. Lovett, who'll be here on the 30th with us.
Who's doing your sound?
Oh, Triple J Audio. Yeah, you see it. Ambrose Sound on the stage. Kingdom Zone
Graphics.
Kingdom Zone Graphics. We did our flyers. Everybody, man. All the artists that are coming
3HP.
out. 3HP for the promotions. Yeah, absolutely. 3HP promotion. You gotta hit them up. Wow. You might still have time.
You could. Yeah,
hit them up.
Really
yeah, they got a big blast list. Big. rapfestinc.com has all the details that you need regarding
Check
Rapfest.
it out.
So please go check it out. Tweet about it. Let everybody know. Somebody's tweeting us right now. We're gonna end tonight with a video.
Let's do it.
I was gonna end with a song, but I might as well end with a video because we spoke for a whole half hour and 15 minutes. You liked how I say 45 minutes in the nice way, right? We spoke for about a half hour and 15 minutes.
Who's him?
We're 20 minutes over, y'all. Sorry about that. The file will be big in your
invite a pastor.
Yeah, you know, we thought about it too. We're gonna end with a video. Dwayne Triumph, Thy Kingdom Come.
Yes.
This great video. I watched it already like 8 times, man. It just came out last week. That's what we're gonna end with.
Amen.
You good?
Catch you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday. Hit up your website has been up there the whole night.
Praise
So
God, yes.
lighthousenewwork.com.
Yes.
Go there. The flyer, details, everything is there. Shout out, Unique will be there, so you could hit him up if you want to volunteer for Rap Fest.
Yes, I'll be there.
And we'll be waiting for you guys at Rap Fest.
Oh
with
yeah,
the big blue buckets for the
buckets.
water.
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there with the buckets. We'll be there for the walkthrough. Definitely.
Yeah, the prayer walk, August 4th.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. Definitely.
Amen. I like the way you say walk through. Like, we don't buy this land.
That's it.
Walk
Take
through.
over it.
Jesus.
Woo! Okay, yo, check it out. Here's the video. Thanks for watching Rapfest Radio, rapfestradio.com. You will learn us because we are out of control.
One more time, run it again, one more time. Wow, this is just spontaneous, trust me. Spontaneous, but let's go one more time. There we go. You ready? Hey! Goes like this, yo. Let me take you to a place where there's no more hate. When I think about it, Lord, I just can't wait. Gonna see the angels at the pearly gate. Spread out my wings, I wanna fly to the place. Step into the light, I see a smiling face. Giving me a crown and a brand new name. Remember when I said I'd never be the same? Because I'm in Christ, I'm gonna see that day. Blessed are those who wash their robes, washed in the blood, now they've been made whole. Never get to walk on the streets of gold. Revelation 22:14, all clean, looking better than a dream. I've been looking for all of my team, all of my friends and loved ones that passed away, that escaped the wrath of the Lamb on the judgment day. We'll be standing beside